back to my main question. We all agree now that men are more valuable, correct?
Well, I agree.
Raise your hand if you believe that men are more valuable. So 1, 2, 3.
Put it high. Put it high.
Put it all the way high, please. All the way high. So 4.
In society.
Okay. So we have 3 Delulus.
Okay.
Okay. And okay.
I don't agree nor disagree.
Bro.
What?
Men are valuable, just not more. Like we both have value. We have to work together. Like,
All right,
that's
try
why
not dating anybody then.
I think a man would not make as good as a mother than a woman would. And
Yeah,
a woman would not be
agree.
an amazing
Absolutely.
construction worker like a man would.
Yeah.
So we're just specialized in our different areas, but that doesn't make our work equal unless you're talking about maybe in the
one
home.
doesn't need to
What's
be more
the point
valuable.
of a relationship? What's the point of getting in a relationship with a guy?
You're talking to modern women here, right?
That's true.
We're talking to modern women here.
That's
To
true.
love and be
Not
loved.
traditional women.
That sounds so Disney, bro. To love and be loved. Who's paying the fucking bills?
That's the purpose of life.
You know what's
No,
funny?
it's not.
You want to know how I know that these girls are so delusional? Because
I agree.
Because when these women get into marriages, I'm talking about real marriages, they don't expect to pay the mortgage and the bills and the car notes and the insurance, right?
Agree.
They expect the man to do that. They expect the man to protect if an intruder comes into the house. Guess who's defending, right? It's not the women, right? I can give you all these examples which shows you that the men are way more valuable. We make the world easy for you, especially you. You get paid off OnlyFans, right? Men are paying all your bills, right? Correct?
I don't know. I have some females too. They're freaky.
But it's
But the
majority men.
majority-
It's majority men. Please don't make an argument for the minority,
Bro,
please. Let's not do that
It's
today.
like they just don't want to admit the truth, man. Okay, cool. We're going to move on. Anyways.
Sorry, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
So back to when you're talking about men taking their own lives because their mental health is declining, no one really cares, they don't have anyone to talk to. Don't you think if he had a woman who was always there for him whenever he got home, who he could talk to about these things, who could be there, have an ear out for him, wouldn't he be more likely to persevere, push through, stick around?
Okay, so let me answer that. So that sounds beautiful, okay? But that's not how the world works, okay? This is my girlfriend right here. She doesn't want me to come home and say, baby, I lost my job. I'm scared. I don't know how I'm going to pay the bills, right? I might need you to get a job. Women don't want that. Women want a man that's in control at all times. There's a problem, I know the solution. And if I don't know the solution, I'm going to find out. If I have to work 2-3 jobs, I'll work 2-3 jobs, right? Whatever it is I have to do, I'll do it. That's what women want. Now, I understand that women do like men to eventually, be vulnerable enough to be like, listen, my sister just passed away. I feel sometimes cool. That's great. Like if certain situations, I understand men being vulnerable with women, but overall, I would say that's a bad idea, right? I think the problem with men in society isn't so much that we can't talk to a girl. It's the fact that society as a whole is just unfair, right? So you're talking about the legal system, right? You're talking about, even the way we treat men each other, right? Men don't show weakness towards other men. He could be suffering right now, and I'm not going to be like, oh, it's okay, bro. Come with me. I'll pay your bills for this month. And I'm going to look at you and be like, bro, that's your problem. You figure that shit out.
So
no one helped me when I was going through it.
I have a question. So, I mean, you're saying, like, it's so bad for men, but whose fault is that? Like, if society doesn't care, who's the people not caring? Because if
It's the women.
If the females are more emotional,
care.
wouldn't they care more? And I disagree that people don't care because there's mental
Okay.
health, men's mental health month. I forgot which one it was.
Yeah, you want to know
November?
what day, what month men's mental health falls on? The same month as Gay Pride.
They're trolling. That's a troll. That's a troll, bro.
Wait. Do you disagree? That's a fact.
Well, I said and. Like,
what do you mean and? That's
what
a
about
fucking.
it?
Imagine me saying mental health month is this month, and also it just so happens that the gay month is this month,
It's
and the
like
gay
you're
people
reading-
just hold on no, and the
you're
gay
reading way too
people,
much into it.
bro, no, I don't. Why didn't they make it another month? There's so many other fucking months that they could have put on.
know, like-
Yo, listen, everything is by fucking design. You're delusional, but I'm telling you
How am I
everything
delusional?
because I'm
you.
telling you the fucking facts. I'm a man who has actually thought about taking his own life before. I'm telling you, you think this shit, well, whose fault is it? I'm telling you, this shit is by design, bro. They could have very easily put this shit on another month. They made
But
gay
you, at
they
least
made
you
gay
got
month the same month
something.
as mental health.
You're complaining about it. It's not really.
I'm not
directly-
complaining.
it's
I'm just
not-
stating the
it's
facts.
It's not directly affecting you though. What's the issue?
What do you mean it's
You
not
got-
directly affecting you?
You know, like
Who,
the effects
who
on
do
men.
you think has a bigger crowd? Mental health awareness for men, or LGBTQ community? Who has a bigger crowd? Who has a bigger
Bro, hold on.
community?
How about this?
They're
How about
both
switch,
well
switch,
known.
switch.
They're
They're both well
well
known.
Yes,
There isn't a
both
parade
well
for
known.
Bro.
men's
Bro.
mental health month.
Come on.
I
Like
don't
she
know about
said,
that.
there was a
There
parade
could be.
everywhere.
Oh, how about this? Why is it that the gay community
I never even knew there
celebrates-
was a
they
mental health.
they celebrate? Yeah, a lot of people don't even know that. The gay community celebrates every fucking day of the month. You would think like like we have like Thanksgiving. It's like it's on this week, right? Christmas is this week. New Year's is this week. The gay pride shit, every different city celebrates every different week. It's a non-stop thing. They celebrate that shit nationwide. You can go any fucking week to a different city and they're doing parades, right? That shit is sick. It's disgusting, okay?
Why is it disgusting?
Because it
'Cause
is.
they don't care about
They're-
kids.
Ima-
They do that shit in
Think
front
about
of
this.
kids too.
Imagine,
do
imagine
they-
if
what
they
do
put.
they do?
Listen, imagine if they
Expose
put.
their
Listen,
bodies.
yo, let me finish, bro. Imagine if they put the same energy into mental health for men, and they just did parades for men every single week at a different city. Imagine how much that would help. But why do they do that? Why don't they do that? Because they don't give a fuck about
I
men.
agree. Those people are weird. Like if you just generalize your entire personality on your sexuality, that's weird. Those are the weird gay people.
Okay, but you can't sit here as a woman and tell me that I don't know anything about men's mental health. I've thought about killing myself before.
I didn't say that. I just said like there is a month. You're saying nobody cares?
I'm telling you that they put it on the same month as the gay
But why
fucking
does that
community.
matter so much?
Because
It
to
doesn't
men, it's
matter.
Why doesn't it
like
matter?
calling someone gay used to be a very big offense from guy to guy.
Okay, how about this? Let me put it like this.
It's
Imagine, hold on.
demasculating.
Let me put it like this. Imagine if Christmas was the same day as Halloween.
Oh.
Think about that for a second, right?
But it's
Hold
not.
on, shut the fuck up. We all know what Christmas is, right? Imagine if they put it the same day as Halloween, right? Now, just naturally, people would have to fucking pick one or the other, right? And which one's more likely to be celebrated? Christmas. But you would still find motherfuckers that would find time to celebrate Halloween, because Halloween is also Halloween is one of the biggest grossing days for all retail stores. They sell a shit ton of candy, a shit ton of outfits. They sell shit. That's literally one of the biggest days for all companies out there, right? So what I'm saying is, I think they did that shit on purpose. They made it the same month as Gay Pride, and it's just disgusting to me, okay? My question was, before we got into all this, so if men are more valuable, why is it that men are also the first to be sacrificed, right? So think about anything you can think of in general, right? Whether it be war, and war, who's the first to go fight?
Men.
But who
right?
starts the war?
Let me finish.
Men.
Yo, shut up. Let me finish, right? Men are the first ones to go to war, correct? Think about that the Titanic. Who goes first? Women and children, right? During hurricanes, during earthquakes, tsunamis, whatever you can think of, right? If there was a fucking, if there was I don't know, if all the food just stopped growing, or we had a fucking, I don't
Men
know,
aren't eating.
all the fucking crops died. Who's gonna be the last to eat?
Men.
Men are gonna be the last to eat, right? So we're always the ones being sacrificed. Men are always the ones being sacrificed. It doesn't matter what situation you can think of, ladies. Right now, if a gunman came into the studio, who's gonna be the first ones to go fight?
Men.
The men have to go fight. So if we're more valuable, why is it always that we're getting sacrificed first?
Because you're the protector.
I think that's where your value falls on.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're valuable because you're willing to do those sacrifices for protection.
Okay. Does anyone else want to answer that? How about you, since you love men so much?
Can you kind of like summarize it again? I'm sorry.
I just sat here and talked for a good 2 minutes. How'd you not hear anything I said?
No, I did. Just tell me it again. Cause no, like I had it in my mind. It just goes away.
How does it just
ADHD.
go away?
I'm mentally ill, man.
But women are smarter than men, right?
That has nothing to do with my memory. Like it is what it is. Just
Is your
refresh
memory
it.
not part of your mind?
Just refresh
Okay.
it and then.
So if men are, we all agreed here, including you, that men are more valuable than
no,
women.
I did not agree
I'm-
to that.
Agree to disagree.
Agree to disagree. If men are more valuable than women, why is it that men are also the first ones to be sacrificed?
I'd say it's like tradition. I mean, I like why you know we're physically weaker, why am I gonna go fight? I mean, like, I think if a gunman comes in, I think we're all gonna die. I don't like, you know, if you want to go fight, I'll run, you know. You know, I know people that
So who's
would-
more valuable in that situation? Because who's gonna help
In-
save
I don't
you?
know,
in that
we're in
situation.
danger. I don't know. Like,
See,
I
you
think-
see how you see how you see how you said in that
Overall.
situation,
In
and
that
she's gonna say
situation.
in that situation.
Oh, it doesn't
right?
as
matter,
Jules
though.
said,
It does not
No,
matter.
as Jules said, like that's
But
where
it's
your
not
value
ju-
falls:
listen,
protect and provide.
Liz, it's
so if
not
that
just in that
situation-
situation.
it's-
We just said in war, in tsunamis, in droughts, during starvation.
Okay, but that's not
during
all life is
earthquakes.
about.
What do you mean?
War,
This is-
This
tsunamis,
could happen
like-
any day.
That's what men
And
think.
But not just that. Who's paying the bills? Right? Who's building the buildings? Who's
Guys,
crop?
I'm paying
who-
my
You
bills.
want to get
Hold on,
right?
Who's listen? Who's doing the crops? Who's doing the farming? Who's doing the fucking shipping worldwide? Right?
Correct.
Men
Who's
are
running
doing
the economy?
Men are doing all this. Now you see, women will sit here and say, "I pay my own bills." Right? But okay, cool. You pay your own bills. But
For now.
we just established earlier, and you said it yourself, that if you go into a relationship / marriage, who do you expect to pay all your bills?
My man.
Okay,
Okay.
then. So who's more
All right,
valuable?
then.
Your man.
Okay, but I do other things.
He's the
I'll
one
provide
providing. It
value
doesn't
in other
matter.
ways.
He brings
Like,
more
I'm-
value to the table because without him, you wouldn't have that nice house, that nice car. You would be nothing without him.
I would not be nothing.
You would. I'm not saying you wouldn't be nothing, but you wouldn't have.
Nah, you
all
had it
those,
right. You had it right.
You wouldn't have all those nice things without your man providing all those nice things for you. So
I think we both contribute in different ways. We both help each other out.
Yeah,
we
but he
both build on
contributes
top of
more.
each other.
I think the problem is
Women improve your quality of life.
Okay,
Absolutely.
besides
They make life worth living.
that, listen, I will not fight you on that. That's true. Ever since she came into my life has gotten better. But that doesn't mean that my life wouldn't be good if I didn't have her. My life would still be good. Okay? Now, if you ask her how her life has improved since I came into her life, it's drastically improved. You can't even compare it. There was no dude before me that was taking care of her like that. Okay? There wasn't. Now, cool. She cooks, she cleans, she makes my life easy. But I'm able to do that. I could still pay a maid to come cook for me and clean for me. Uber Eats and fucking DoorDash and Postmates are competing to get me
It's all
food.
made with love.
I don't care. I don't care about love.
You
Shouldn't
say
you
that.
do-
you
I
say
don't. No,
that, but
listen.
I-
No, I'm being dead serious. She can tell you right here. I'm one of the most emotionless guys I ever fucking knew. I don't deal with emotions. She gets mad at me because I don't even show my fucking emotions.
Damn.
I don't do that shit.
And that's why men's mental health is so bad because they don't show their
But
emotions.
here's it's the opposite. I'm gonna tell you why it's the opposite. When I was 15 and I wanted to kill myself, was because I was being very emotional. It was because I was emotional. I was in my feelings, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm homeless, and my mom didn't want me. She gave me up, and my dad wasn't there, and I just want to kill myself."
that's the way he's
right?
saying it, not what he's
And
saying.
like, think about that for a second. I was in my feelings. I was emotional. And then when I got my shit together and I realized nobody was coming to save me, I said, fuck this shit. I'm done feeling sorry for myself. And then when I left those feelings, I became a better person. So I don't think necessarily what you're saying is true.
I don't think being emotional is about playing the victim and like feeling sorry for yourself. I think it's just about understanding what you feel and being able to process those emotions.
I understand what
And
you're
that's
saying.
what you did eventually. So that's still like being emotional, but in a healthy way.
Okay, what I'm telling you is most school shooters are emotional kids, emotional men. Okay? Most
Well, 'cause they
hold
haven't-
on, let me finish. Most I hate to say it, most rapists, emotional men. Most murderers, emotional men. People that are robbing people and stabbing people, emotional men. All emotional men. You can sit here and give me any statistics and I can say that was an emotional man. Because a man who's not emotional he knows how to control himself, right? Like I had a situation 2 days ago. If I was emotional, I would have punched one of those trannies. And I sat here and I was like, okay, cool. Unless you put your hands on me, we're gonna talk, right? You want to hit my girlfriend, cool. But if you put your hands on her, then I'm gonna beat the woman out of you, right? And that's what I said. So I wasn't emotional about it. I was like, okay, cool. I see the situation. You know, I can sit here and dissect it. I'm not gonna do anything unless there's physical harm coming my way, and I handled it well. Now, 7 months ago, what would I have done, bro?
Probably slapped
Bro,
world country by yourself.
shout out to my
Because
man,
men
Lord
built
Peachy,
the
real
world
quick.
You live in. You would need a man in a third world country. Please come back to reality, Peach.
Okay, real quick. So 7 months ago, I'm telling you right now, on everything I love, I would have punched one of those trannies. I'm telling you right now, but I've grown so much since then. Laura Peachy says the only reason you can survive in a first world country by yourself is because men built the world for you to live in. You would need a man in a third world country. Please come back to reality. Okay, so he's saying you would need a man in a third world country. So what he's saying is in other countries like Brazil, third world country, right? Poorest country in the fucking universe. You need a man over there, right?
Jamaica, baby.
I'm actually
Jamaica.
born and raised in a third world country.
Where's that?
Zambia, Africa.
Okay. You need men over there, right?
I mean, you need women as well. But
Yeah,
yes.
but you need men. Oh, you're able to be here in the U.S. and say I'm a fitness coach because you live in the U.S. and men have built this world for you to be comfortable in. In your home country, you're not going to be able to be a fitness coach. You're
Yeah.
not. You can sit
I
here and
was not.
you can
You're
sit here. And
privileged, basically.
you can sit here
Yeah.
and say you would be, but you wouldn't. At least
Yeah.
not to the extent that you're doing it here, right? There's no way. So again, that's another way. Shout out to Laura Peachy, man. Always
Like,
coming
they
through
don't
with the
need
facts.
fitness coaches in third world
Bro, they ain't worried about
countries.
that
They need
shit.
politicians.
Ew.
They
Bro.
need politicians.
Hold on, you're getting it wrong. She's gonna say that they do need it, but what I'm saying is they don't prefer.
Just not to the degree, I guess, that it's needed or desired.
They
here.
don't have the ability to focus on that.
Yeah.
They're worried about surviving. When you're worried about surviving, the last thing you give a fuck about is a six pack,
Word.
right?
And they
So,
probably already have that shit naturally. What's
Yeah.
the obesity rate over there?
Yeah.
bro, think about that for a second. You're in a third world
Less than
country.
this,
You can barely get
but-
food, and you're worried about a fucking six pack.
Yeah, nah.
Nah, that's not how. That's you're privileged right now. And before you leave this show, you're gonna find out how privileged you are. I'm
I
telling
do
you.
agree. I am privileged than some people, than a lot of people in the world.
And that's why America is going to shit, because we're so privileged.
Okay, shout out to the super chatters real quick, man. Okay, cool. So we all agree that men are the shit and women just exist, correct?
Agree
Liz?
to disagree.
Agree to disagree? After everything I just gave you, you still disagree?
She'll see one day.
How about this? You give me 3 examples of women do that we absolutely just cannot survive without it. Give me 3 things.
You cannot survive.
Yes, like men cannot survive without it.
Okay, everything would collapse.
And please don't tell me it's we give birth. Give me something besides that. So something besides that. Go ahead.
I can't think of anything off the top.
Sensational.
All right. You can't think of anything off the top, but you're
Lonnie,
sitting
you
here
wanna help
arguing
her?
about it.
You want to
Well,
help
you
her?
said survive without. So
Yeah.
obviously you could survive for a while, but
Okay.
like the quality of life, like what's the point in living life if
When-
like
okay,
it's struggle
you're
and anarchy
listen,
and chaos?
you're confusing quality of life for like we don't need that shit. Quality of life is me saying I can order Uber Eats, right? But before Uber Eats, I could go fucking drive to Wendy's, right? Like yes, it's comfortable, it's convenient. I don't have to leave my house to get the fucking food delivered to me. But before Uber Eats, I literally could just drive down the street to get the fucking sandwich myself. I could still survive. And you're confusing that with the fact that women are so valuable because we make your life convenient. Don't get it mistaken. We don't need you guys besides reproducing, to be honest. Okay? Okay, so you can't give me anything either?
So I was thinking about it, and like going back a bit to what she said, how a majority of doctors or nurses are women.
Majority of doctors are men. Nurses are women.
Oh well, nurses then. Are you sure?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that is true.
Yes.
Oh.
That's a fact.
Bro, they don't even know the facts they're arguing for, bro. Okay, go
So
ahead.
if all the nurses disappeared, the doctors are still there. We're valid.
But I think they would be
We're valid.
overworked, and it would just be
Oh,
terrible.
see?
But
Now
there's
we
the,
went
hold on.
over
But the majority of people in the world are women, so that would go down.
Majority of the people that are fucking hospitals are women.
You think men really want to go to the hospital
Bro,
who get a boo boo
when
or
was the
some
last
shit?
time
Like,
you went to the fucking hospital?
I don't remember. When my leg
Bro.
broke.
I got into that fight,
Yeah.
remember? Bro, the hospital wasn't even my thought.
Yeah.
It was like
whatever.
women go to the women go to the hospital for every little fucking thing. Bro.
Correct.
My stomach hurts.
Oh my god, I got a blister. Right?
But
Okay.
at the end of the day, the guys are a majority of the doctors, and if women disappeared, the ratio is 3 to 1, so we would be good.
How about this? Why don't you give me one thing that men would absolutely not be able to survive without that women produce for us?
So what I was thinking off the top of my head is sex. And I'm not talking like reproducing. I'm talking, because your testosterone. I'm talking like you need vagina unless you want to be gay. So
Or they could just jump
I think
off.
yeah, but a lot of men, I think like
not the
certain
same.
men are
Ladies.
like they need it. They're
Come
like
on.
Ladies,
You're
I'm
good,
saying
you're
I'm
good.
saying that you have to give me something that we would absolutely right now
Yeah.
die without, and it's not sex. Because I could say the same thing for women. Women could go without sex for men. Okay? So it's not sex.
Give me something that would make society fail if, men weren't there. Or women weren't there.
Hold
my
on,
bad.
listen. These are women that are saying that women are equally as valuable to men, but yet they can't give me a real solid reason of why they're equally as valuable to
Okay,
men.
I have one. So you talk about getting Uber Eats and just driving down the street. Shouldn't you just learn how to cook yourself? Because like you're a human. Like you need to learn how to cook, clean,
Okay.
do that shit yourself. Why
Okay.
do you need a woman? Like you act like
I have
you
news
can't
flash for
do
you.
it,
Hold on.
But
and
they're
you're
not gonna
gonna
let-
like-
Hold on. I have news flash for you.
Hello, motherfucker.
Most chefs are actually men. Okay? And actually men do know how to cook. And if it was a survival thing, I promise you I would learn how to survive.
Facts.
I would go out there and kill a fucking deer. I would do something. I would fish. I would find a fucking way. When it comes to survival mode, men have a really good knack for just finding out a way to survive. Okay? Even if it comes down to killing another person to survive, we'll figure it out. Ladies, I'm saying one thing that we would absolutely completely die without. You said sex.
emotion.
We could do without sex.
love.
Cooking, we could do without cooking. I don't even know what you said. What'd you say? You
She
said
said
love.
She said love.
Love.
No, but like
Love
you know
and Care
what?
Bears. Love and Care Bears.
No,